5 top-rated tourist attractions in Alabama. Alabama is home to a range of tourist attractions and things to do for all ages and interests. Brush up on your history at several Alabama cities, where you'll find some of the most important civil rights monuments, museums, and historic sites. This includes the Civil Rights Institute and 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Montgomery's Civil Rights Monument and National Memorial for Peace and Justice, and Selma's Voting Rights Museum. Alabama is also a culturally rich region. You can see the birthplace and former creative workspace of musician W.C. Handy, admire architecture and design at the Frank Lloyd Wright Rosenbaum House Museum, and view impressive collections at major art museums in both Montgomery and Birmingham. Alabama is also full of beautiful natural attractions, especially along the shores of the Gulf of Mexico in Mobile Bay, where tourists will find state parks, nature reserves, and gorgeous sandy beaches. In addition to history and nature, the curious can explore science at the family-friendly McWane Science Center, or behold some of the world's most advanced technology at Huntsville's U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Number 5. U.S. Space and Rocket Center. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville is an exciting attraction for all ages, providing exhibits, interactive experiences, presentations, and one of the world's largest collections of spacecraft on display. A Smithsonian affiliate, the center's exhibits provide visitors with information on everything from the history of the space race and NASA's growth since then to the International Space Station and beyond. Tourists can experience multimedia presentations at the National Geographic Theater or the Spacedome IMAX, and explore a model of the International Space Station. Visitors also have the chance to see Rocket Park, where 27 rockets and missiles are on display, as well as the gigantic launch vehicles that propel the rockets into space. Perhaps the most popular things to do at the Space Center, however, are taking turns in one of the museum simulators. There are 2 launch simulators, one of which allows the astronaut in training to experience 4 gigaseconds of force, a few seconds of weightlessness, and then a free fall. The kids' version of this gives young astronauts a less intense version, then lands on the surface of the moon. The Hypership Simulator uses motion and immersive media to provide a variety of rides, and visitors can also get active on the Mars climbing wall. There are also interactive areas for younger kids, where they can explore the surface of Mars and crawl through the space station. The center also offers week-long and single-day camps for kids. Address: 1 Tranquility Base, Huntsville, Alabama. Number 4. Civil Rights Memorials of Montgomery. The Civil Rights Memorial in Montgomery features an exquisite black granite sculpture commemorating those killed during the struggles of the Civil Rights Movement. The memorial stands in a square next to the Civil Rights Memorial Center, where tourists will find educational displays and exhibits, including the Wall of Tolerance. Another Montgomery landmark is the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, a 6-acre space dedicated to African Americans who were victims of lynching and other forms of racial injustice. The memorial includes artwork, sculptures, and monuments, which honor various figures in the civil rights movement, as well as a field of 800 monuments each representing a county where lynchings took place. Address: Civil Rights Memorial, 400 Washington Avenue, Montgomery, Alabama. No. 3. Gulf State Park. Gulf State Park in Gulf Shores is popular with both campers and day trippers, offering a wide variety of facilities and more than 2 miles of white, sandy beaches. The Nature Center provides free classes and activities, including guided nature walks, animal encounters, fishing lessons, and other fun and educational programs led by naturalists and rangers. Recreational facilities include volleyball, tennis courts, horseshoes, and a swimming pool with a splash pad, as well as bicycle, kayak, and paddleboard rentals and guided Segway tours. The park also features 25 miles of paved walking trails, also open to bicyclists, and a championship golf course. Tourists making a day trip to Gulf State Park can enjoy all of these amenities for a very low vehicle entrance fee. The campground, which has nearly 500 full hookup sites for RVs, is a favorite family vacation spot thanks to its many amenities and things to do. If you're not interested in camping, more luxurious options are available at the Lodge at Gulf State Park, a Hilton hotel. The property has recently been completely reconstructed and occupies a premier beachfront location. Address: 20115 Alabama 135, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Number 2. USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. The star attraction of the Memorial Park in Mobile is the 1942 USS Alabama battleship docked along the waterfront. This BB-60 battleship is nicknamed the Mighty A and was decommissioned after the end of World War II. You can tour many parts of the ship, including the captain's cabin, bridge, mess hall, and turrets. The park is also home to the USS Drum, a submarine used during the Second World War, which can be toured as well. Also on site are a variety of aircraft, including a B-52 bomber and an A-12 Blackbird spy plane, as well as military equipment from various conflicts, including tanks and weapons. The park is a memorial to all those who served in World War II, as well as more recent operations. Address: 2703 Battleship Parkway, Mobile, Alabama. Number 1. Birmingham Civil Rights Institute and the Civil Rights Historic District. The Birmingham Civil Rights Institute provides an in-depth look at the events of the civil rights movement of the 1960s in both Birmingham and the United States, as well as continuing issues that African Americans have faced since. The galleries feature permanent and temporary exhibits on a variety of topics from violent conflict to segregation. The struggle that began here in Birmingham was part of a larger social movement that eventually led to changes, and a defining moment was the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church on September 15, 1963. This bombing, orchestrated by the Ku Klux Klan, killed 4 girls and was a tragic catalyst for change, adding urgency to pass the 1964 Civil Rights Act. The Birmingham Civil Rights Institute sits at the corner of 16th Street and 6th Avenue North, forming the cornerstone of Birmingham's Civil Rights District, which covers a 6-block area. Additional landmarks include Kelly Ingram Park, the 4th Avenue Business District, and Carver Theater. Address: 520 16th Street North, Birmingham, Alabama.